Welcome to Clemson, South Carolina. McWhorter Stadium. Tonight, the Clemson Tigers play host to the Boston College Eagles. It's game one of this three-game Atlantic Coast Conference Series. It begins with the outstanding player, Jordan Stevens.
Yep, she's out of Tampa, Florida by way of the University of Alabama. She leads them in just about every offensive stat they got.
And Tuesday night was a big night for the rookie, Marion Collins.
It doesn't get much bigger. I mean, you win a ball game in extra innings 2-1, and there's the first home run by Collins.
The catcher, Hannah Slyke, who's been outstanding all year.
In the last 8 games, she's hitting .375 with a .458 slugger percentage.
And there's a good look at Reese Basinger, who's been great in the circle for John Rittman all year.
She has been outstanding. The transfer out of Winthrop, and she has come in here and given this team a big lift this season in what started out to be a transitional season. And it is now a season that finds the Tigers very much in the thick of things.
So Emma Jackson to lead things off for the Eagles, and the first pitch of the game is in there for a strike. We are underway. Yeah, it's
better as the season went on.
There's a tapper to second. Nice play by Maddie Moore. One down. No balls and a strike. And this one is served into right center field. That's a base hit. Over quickly as Pipkin. She'll hold Robinson. And that one's tapped to short. Collins to first, and that's a double play. Alex Brown has a 5-game hitting streak where she's had multiple hits in each of those 5. She's been red hot.
Hey, hitting .600 over those 5 games.
The third baseman playing in as there's a pitch is in there for a strike.
I'm not sure what the call is.
That was Brad Newton, the third base umpire. Now he'll have a quick word.
She went out and asked for an explanation.
So it's now 2 balls and no strikes. So an illegal pitch is the call. 2 balls and no strikes.
I'm looking at something right now, partner. I'm noticing the pitcher is walking almost all the way into the catcher to get the ball after a ball that's not put in play. And the catcher's tossing it underhanded. I don't know if it's a case of a sore arm,
right,
or she got the yips.
Yeah, the yips. That's
yeah.
This one is hit. Nice play by Espinoza. She takes extra bases away from Moore. She throws her out at first.
Yes. This had double written all over it. Got up and had the wherewithal immediately. She knew exactly what she was going to do with that ball.
A strike over to the first and got it. I mean, she did. This one is hit softly to short. And a play over to first base by Robinson for out. Cintron hits it into deep right center field. That's got a chance. That ball is going to be off the wall. Great effort in right by Stevens. Cintron heads the third with an RBI triple, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead.
And that ball, much more patient hitter.
This one, she drives to left field, sending Hines back on the track. So a couple opportunities. There's a bouncer to short. And Collins throws out.
Well, I think everybody just got acquainted with where they were playing and who was.
2. Swing and a miss. Got her to Chase.
Yep.
2 down. They did. The 1-2. Runner goes. And from her knees, Vieira throws out Hines. Collins drives it to right field. That ball will be run down in the gap by Stevens for out number 1.
Ball
hit hard to short. Nice.
Knowing John Rittman as I do, he is an excellent teacher. He coached down there, or sophomore coach there, and it's just funny that 30 years work.
Espinoza pops it to short. Collins has it, 1 away. The 1-0. That was popped into center. Brockenbrough a couple steps back and now in. And here's the number 9 hitter, Case. She taps it slowly to second. And a 4-pitch top of the third.
But she has, as you see right there,
lines it in the left.
Has come into her own.
She's going to try for 2, and she's going to make it.
Yeah. And she is very, very comfortable.
She does her job. She grounds it to second. Brown retired. And hard pressed to find a better second baseman. Slow roller to short. They're going to come to the plate, and safe at home plate is Brockenbrough. And she's
the fielder's choice than an RBI, I would guess.
Yep.
See right there, and you see Brockenbrough just takes off. And look at this slide. The only thing that was touchable was her hand. The rest of her body was out of the wingspan of the catcher. And as you see, she gets in there with no problem.
RBI number 53. Moore goes on the first pitch, and she slides in head first with career stolen base. I believe that's number 48 now for Moore.
It's the all-time leader.
All-time leader. There you have it.
Clemson now knows that the Boston College catcher would prefer not to throw the ball anywhere. But so it comes off the ground.
She drives that to deep center field, and it is gone. Home run number 14 for Noller, and a 4-0 Clemson advantage.
As I was saying, a sprained ankle has absolutely nothing to do with your power. As she drove that ball straight out of center field. So take that, sprained ankle. There wasn't much doubt.
You know, if you're going to have a bad ankle, you might as well trot around the bases.
I tell you.
Balls at 2 strikes. And that one's hit hard to the third baseman, Espinoza. A strike over the first, 2 away.
Appreciate him, I'll tell you that.
And a soft liner to third will end the 2-2. Jackson pops it up and foul ground. It'll be Alex Brown makes the catch. So left coast for the most part. And China.
They're native, and that's disappointing.
Could this be 2? Second one. Collins the first. And not in time. So this one's hit hard. One hop to Moore. She bobbles it and won't have a play.
Hard. And it took a bad hop. Look at this ball come up on her.
She stayed with it.
Bad hop. She might have had a chance to get the runner.
And that was pulled down the line. That is a fair ball. 1 run will score. They're going to send Stevens to the plate. Here comes the throw. Not in time, and it's a 2-run double by Zoe Hines as she's cut the margin in half. It's 4-2. So now here's Martinez. Slow roller to third. Brown gobbles it up. Takes care of Martinez. She's aboard to lead off the Clemson 4th.
And knowing what John knows, easy for me to say.
Pipkins hits it to right. And Stevens will make the play. So many big numbers in this lineup. This one is popped up a mile high. It'll be the third baseman who comes in and makes the catch. That's Evan. She hits one in the left center field, but there to make the catch is this.
Got a new pitcher, Macy Cintron's taking over out there. Got a 2.33 ERA. She's 7-2. She's worked 51 innings.
Will face the bottom of the order for BC, and the first pitch is lined into center field. So Espinoza gets things started. Base hit to center, and there's a bunt. Cintron. Maddie Moore, sacrifice goes. Here's Callie Case, and like she did her first at bat, hits it to second. Moore throws her out. That ability. This one's fly to left field. Wilson in foul ground has it. And Cintron. And she swings and lofts this one to center. Case is there, 1 down. And she hits this one to center. Case will have another chance. And they're 2 away.
What to do?
Here's Noller. She hits it hard and into right field for a base hit. And it's a 2-hit night for Julian right now. She's also had an infield hit.
Yep.
She will be lifted for the pinch runner, and that'll be Haley Whitesides.
Figure out why they were good.
This is driven to deep left center field, and it is gone.
How about that? She went down and got that thing and just drove it out. That's something that Clemson needed.
Cintron with home run number 9. She's driven in 3 tonight, and it's now 6-2 Tigers.
You see how far down she went? Got that?
She went down and got it. Big time.
She hit a ball. That was not even in the strike zone.
And now Vieira hits one to deep center, but Case has room. And master's degree at North Greenville. Maddie Moore's going to work for the professional strikes. On 1 hop, Brown fields and throws. Coach, I was talking. This one is hit into center. Brockenbrough over in the left center, 2 down. Freshman is driven in 3 tonight. And this one is hit to deep center, but there is room for Brockenbrough. A step onto the track. Meant 4 runs. There's a fly ball to left. Hines has it measured, 1 away. That pitch is driven into deep left center. but it will be caught by the center fielder Case. And there's another fly ball. This one to deep left center. It will be Hines. Step or two on the track. So it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up. And Zoe Hines is hit by a pitch. So her perfect night at the plate continues, albeit this one's going to hurt just a bit. She had a...
On the wrist.
Yeah, on the wrist.
Got her on the right wrist.
It's not the way you want to start this inning, having one of your best hitters hit by a pitch.
No, it's...
So it looks like BC will... So number 7, and that is Tavy Borders.
Yes.
Tavy Borders.
She's 5 out of 6 in stolen bases.
Freshman out of Alvin, Texas. Trying to find a way to get aboard. Pitch is popped up. It will be the third baseman, Brown. 1 away.
Yes.
This one is popped up into shallow right. Pipkins comes on, makes the catch, 2 down. 15th league win. Grounded to the short. That will do it. Collins throws out Scouten, and the Clemson Tigers very businesslike tonight as they knock off BC in the first of 3 this weekend.